Hello everyone and welcome back to my RP-2000 career in Kerbal Space Program 1.12. In the previous session, I launched a base to the moon, and we are going to continue with that mission and see how it goes. This time I'm doing this as a live stream instead of off stream, so we get to have music, and there'll be the music credit in the upper left. I looked at the delta V that we have left, and we actually have just enough for a transfer, and so it fooled me into thinking we hadn't done the transfer, but we have done the transfer. Okay, well, we are on our way to the moon. Off it goes. Okay, well, let's see if we are going to be landing at the location that I want to, which is right here. Might have to wait a bit. And then we'll be entering the nighttime side, which isn't great. The lunar night is always dangerous, but correcting this, I guess we could try. That gives more of an opportunity to hit it. Probably we don't need that much. It's just a base. It's a very small base. But I was not required to do anything more than this. In fact, I could have made it even cheatier. It's quick. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. That's pretty good. Alright, that will be our capture. Here's Earth. There it is. Alright. This satisfies everything, right? Seems that way. Can generate power, didn't specify on the nighttime side. Okay, we can ignite now. And that's certainly good enough. This could probably land if we had landing legs. We have enough delta V. Okay, so our target location is there. We've got a lot of failed units in that area, frankly. But anyway, let's just mark it. They're all not in good shape. The Sea of Serenity. Alright, that looks pretty good. We should deorbit on this next pass. But I'm not gonna do a pre-burn. I'm just gonna start burning into the spot. And that is because these engines are very powerful and can basically stop us on a dime. We're still a little bit south. Plotting it is probably overkill, but and inaccurate to some degree. This is showing the target difference with the plot. Okay. Alright, well, go, go, go. Seems like a very slight bit north, not very much. North. Okay, that's enough for now. Gotta come straight down on it. Should be visible. There it is. I don't know if either of the Topaz units actually works. Okay, I'll toss this right past, and we should be able to use the base itself. Okay, well, I'm wasting too much here. We have the fuel, but don't have to waste it all. Alright, we are coming in close to the location demonstrate that I can, and also to test the physics of having a lot of stuff on the surface close together. Alright, we see our shadow. Forget if that means that there'll be a late spring or something. Oh, we made contact. Whoop, shut down. Alright, all that stuff off. Right, does that count? That counts. Okay. We have landed a base on the moon per the contract. It generates power and has room for 6. It didn't say anything about generating power on the nighttime side, so there we are. Mission successful. We have great amounts of money. Let's go back to Space Center. And it was accurate at the location we wanted it. We are unlocking the technology that is necessary for the ISRU unit and drills. So that's what I want to build next. Potentially we can put that together. But we mainly have to wait until Jupiter Orbiter 3 gets into Jupiter SOI to get started on that. Am I really gonna just go time warp? Maybe there's something else I can do. When is the next Mars window? Let's try that. It's pretty far off. So that's not what we're going to do next. Fine. How about the next Jupiter window? We've got one arriving, but maybe we should have a backup or something. Well, this one coming up here. Right when the other one arrives in the SOI. Well, I guess we can start its construction. Okay, so another Jupiter probe. Then, if we see that there's something wrong with the one that's arriving, we can fix it. So, starting with this as a basis. It's got all sorts of stuff. It's a pancake. Maybe we should go more expensive. I want something where these two stages are the ones that are going to do all the business at the location. Let's say we're gonna fling 6 tons out to Jupiter. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to get to Europa or whatever. We do have a position satellite in a specific orbit of Europa contract. What if we just went with the larger Hydrolox engine instead of these RL-10 wannabes? Well, it barely fits. Well, might as well make this 4 meters and work from there anyway. Oh, here the core runs out before the boosters. The solution to this is probably just cross-feeding in. Well, we can't just enable cross-feed on that. Do we get fuel lines? Doesn't seem like we've got it. Let me see, Jupiter Orbiter 4. Fuel systems. Fuel lines. Well, shucks. Just on principle, fine. We're gonna get those fuel lines. And then we will have the forbidden staging. Everybody hates the idea, but I figure it's probably easier than catching a booster with chopsticks. I mean, I don't know. It is the principle of RP-2000 that you can do whatever the heck you want, so there. Alright, then we have plenty of Delta V. Let's make it less. In fact, with the crossfeed we have so much Delta V, it's too embarrassing. Then we'll make the core more like the boosters. See? Fuel crossfeed makes everything better. We're not even using advanced tanks, it's just standard aluminum gridded tanks. So, we are using the nefarious crossfeeding. We have 9,900 in the main rocket down there. It's too much. Maybe I'll make this stage a little bit bigger. Then it can go to Saturn and such. Separatrons, I guess. Okay, that'll be Jupiter Orbiter 4 with an option to Saturn. Only takes 57 days to build it. So we really still need other things to do, but let me just save that, build one. Is there anything else associated with Jupiter around here? Most of the stuff is Mars. We could send it to Saturn as an alternate, but I don't think our antenna is good enough for that. And we probably need different instruments. Oh, for Europa, radio plasma waves, solar collector, I think we've got those. Uncrewed Europa landing. Yeah, well, I don't see anything, well, except for uncrewed Europa landing. Do we have to do this first before we do these? You may only have 3 offered or active landing contracts at the same time. Oh, but it says offered or active, so, oh well. Maybe I should change that. Just change the limit to you can only have 2 landing contracts accepted at the same time, but not necessarily offered. But anyway, it might be overwhelming or something. I don't know what people's preferences are with that. Do people like having a lot of contracts offered, or do they want it limited so that they can focus better? Well, we're going to do some time warping. Guess I'll deal with Jupiter Orbiter 3 first. Yeah, it'd be best not to launch first, just in case we find something out about Jupiter Orbiter 3. Okay. Approaching Jupiter SY. We are in Jupiter SY, and we still have comms. It's wonderful. Alright. Science. It's all been done. Oh, this doesn't have the solar particle thing. So the other one does not either, huh? Solar particle collector. We need to add a solar particle collector to the other one. Okay. So this one, it'll be useless to send to Europa. We can fly by other moons or get some other science, but not Europa. So it's got its maneuver to capture, but that's not for a little while. Let's give ourselves maybe 6 hours before that. Well, no science here. Back to Space Center, and I'll fix up Jupiter Orbiter 4 so it can actually do the Europa thing. Roll back. Well, we want to keep things balanced. This is 0.06. That's 0.03. That's tiny. That's pretty tiny. Well, that doesn't offer a whole lot of... if all 3 of these are on the same side, it'll balance that out. That's 0.06, 0.015, 0.015, and 0.03 is the same as that. So, this over here, well, I also have to worry about them physically interfering with each other. Well, that rod doesn't actually bump into the telescope, so that's fine. They're sort of askew, but I'll let that be. Well, if that's what they want, that's what they want. I don't know, the solar particles might be a one-time only thing, but it only says that we have to have it. It doesn't say that it has to be unused. So, hopefully be okay. So this has the stuff necessary for Europa. Getting to Europa is still a trick. We've got 7,000 meters per second up there to do it. These shouldn't have any problem with the burn time. We do still have burn time limits. Alright, so that will take another 8 days. The solar particle collector, just that takes 8 days. You could change the size of a tank by like 0.1 meters and it won't take any time at all. Where? But that's what RP-1 fixed all that. RP-1 fixed all that. Made it a lot harder for you to tweak things. But actually within a certain range, it's still kind. Very kind. But we're pretty far off from the actual opportunity there. Travel time is basically 4 years. Arc jet. There's a lot of arc jet things here. There's the Attila thruster. If we get that and a nuclear reactor, we're golden. But I could just do that with Ion and Pekka's plugin. Improved nuclear power. My favorite molten salt reactor. Where are the generators though? Oh, there it is. Thermal power generator. So, if we want to unlock the molten salt reactor and all its wonderful power, we would need to get improved nuclear power. Yeah, specialized electrics. Then we have that. And then the Attila thruster, and then we're in good shape. Or any ions. Plus Pekka's plugin. Is it okay? Well, Jupiter's big and will suck us in. Hopefully it's alright to launch a little while after the window. Well, a bit suspended up there. So ejection longitude of ascending node is 22 degrees. However, we're past that. It will change if you're 13 days away. So I'll use the moon as a reference as well. So it said 22. We're approaching 22, but I'm guessing that it's just going for the same inclination as the ecliptic. So we're probably going to go with ahead of 22. Well, I'll get rid of that. And let's go. Ignition. And launch. Off it goes. Jupiter Orbiter 4. Since we based it on Jupiter Orbiter 3, it seems like Jupiter Orbiter 3 is communicating fine. Okay, booster set. We have still more than we need here. Okay, deorbiting that. So 60 tons to orbit. 60 tons to orbit. Okay, fairings. Alright. Alright, it is sending something over to Jupiter. Technically 58 tons to orbit. ASAP. Wow, it's gonna take everything. You sure you can't do anything better than that? Whatever, fine. Maybe a mid-course correction can get it there faster and better. Let's go with that theory. But then the hydrogen and oxygen in this stage won't last, so it's better for us to go ahead and go straight there. So fine. We can't do a mid-course correction with this stage, so we might as well use as much as we can and just get there right away. That will be a little bit too low, but I'm gonna go with it for now. We're not gonna hit it exactly. Alright. Okay, fine, ignition. Ah! We actually want to go the other way around. We definitely don't want to go clockwise. We would not have an easy time encountering the moons. So retrograde. Then when we release this, it's gonna throw everything off too. Well, it's not great, but... Alright, let's just decouple from the stage. Did it throw us off much? It didn't feel like it. Okay, well, I mean, there might be a chance to do a mid-course correction that makes this nicer. Okay, so 6 meters per second in a little over a year. We'll pay attention to Jupiter Orbiter 6 at that point. But yeah, Jupiter Orbiter 3 is still 71 days away from capturing at Jupiter. Let's go to the tracking station. Alright, so we'll leave it here for RP-2000 this time. I think we've done enough. We've launched something and we've landed something, and I will continue this in the next session.